They want marriage, but not for love. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and if these words are showing up on your screen, it is not an accident. This is a divine interception meant to protect your spirit before you step into something that looks beautiful but carries a silent warning. Someone in your energy, someone whose intentions seem pure on the outside, is thinking about marriage, but not because their soul is aligned with yours, not because their heart has woken up to real love, not because God designed this connection to flourish. They want marriage for reasons that have nothing to do with destiny. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They want marriage because they're tired of being alone, because they want stability, because they want to feel secure, because they want a partner who brings peace, because they want someone who will carry the weight they don't want to carry themselves. They want marriage because it will make them look good, because it will silence their family, because it checks a box. But listen, your heart needs this right now. They don't want marriage for love, they want marriage for comfort. And you, my dear one, are not someone's comfort zone, you are someone's destiny. Don't scroll, stay for this. You have a soul that carries light, peace, compassion, intuition, spiritual depth, and they can feel that. They're drawn to you for what you offer, not for who you are. They feel safe around you because you give without asking, you love without forcing, you listen without judging, you support without conditions. But listen, your heart needs this truth. Someone wanting what you give is not the same as someone wanting you. Don't scroll. You've been sensing something, a hesitation in your chest, a weird feeling when they talk about the future, a slight heaviness in your spirit when you imagine committing to them. That's not fear. That's discernment. That's God whispering, look closer. And your heart needs this confirmation right now. The one who wants to marry you isn't coming from a place of love, passion, or divine alignment. They're coming from a place of personal need. They want the idea of marriage more than the responsibility of love. They want the title more than the transformation. They want the stability more than the soul connection. Don't scroll, this message is protecting you. They see you as the solution to their loneliness, the bandage for their wounds, the comfort to their chaos, the answer to their insecurities. But marriage requires love that heals from both sides, not love that drains one person while the other takes and takes and takes. Listen, your heart needs this right now. You were not created to be someone's emotional crutch. You were not created to be the person who gives everything while receiving nothing. You were not designed to be chosen because you make someone's life easier. You are meant to be chosen because your souls recognize each other, because your energies resonate, because your spirits align, because your love is a divine match. Don't scroll, stay with me. They're moving fast not because they're certain, but because they're desperate, desperate for stability, desperate for peace, desperate for someone to hold their life together. But marriage built on desperation collapses. Marriage built without love suffocates. Marriage built without God becomes a burden, not a blessing. Listen, your heart needs this right now. You may feel flattered that they want a future with you, but God wants you to look deeper. God wants you to ask, do they love me? Or do they love what I provide? God wants you to ask, do they see my soul? Or do they see my usefulness? God wants you to ask, do they want a partner? Or do they want a caretaker? Don't scroll, here's where it gets real. You've prayed for real love. Love that feels like peace, like home, like alignment. You've prayed for a soulmate, someone who understands you spiritually, emotionally, intuitively. You've prayed for a relationship that elevates you, not drains you. And the universe is stepping in right now to warn you, this is not it. Not yet. Not them. Don't scroll, your heart needs to hear this. There is someone meant for you, someone whose soul will feel like God Himself hand-delivered them into your life. Someone who wants marriage because their spirit recognizes yours, because they genuinely love you, because they feel guided toward you, because they feel their purpose expand when you're near. Someone who doesn't want you for convenience but for connection. Someone who doesn't want you because it's easy but because it's sacred. Someone who doesn't want you to fix them but wants to grow with you. Don't scroll, the universe is speaking. The wrong person will want marriage quickly, urgently, forcefully, for reasons that don't honor your heart. The right person will move with clarity, with intention, with emotional depth. The wrong one will try to secure you before you see their truth. The right one will show you their truth before trying to secure you. The wrong one will give you anxiety. The right one will give you peace. Don't scroll, your heart needs this protection. You are not meant to enter a marriage built on someone else's emptiness. You are meant to enter a marriage built on shared love, shared vision, shared faith, shared destiny. God is stepping between you and a mistake. God is blocking you from being chosen for the wrong reasons. God is whispering, don't settle for someone who wants the role of marriage but not the responsibilities of love. And your heart knows this. Your spirit knows this. That little hesitation inside you is divine guidance. Don't scroll, because the moment you let go of the one who wants marriage for the wrong reasons, the one who wants marriage for you, for your soul, for your love, for your destiny, will be drawn straight into your life. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now. And the universe is pulling you into this message with a kind of urgency that only happens when your spirit is being divinely protected from something you cannot yet see. You've been sensing something off, something heavy, something that doesn't quite match the words being spoken to you, and it's because the person who claims they want marriage with you is moving from a place of fear, not faith, from a place of insecurity, not intimacy, from a place of need, not love. Don't scroll, this message is for you. They may be saying the right things, planning the right steps, painting a beautiful picture of the future, but inside, their intentions are not aligned with their words. They want marriage because they're tired, because they're lonely, because life feels uncertain, because they're desperate to secure someone who brings light into their darkness, and that someone is you. But listen, your heart needs this right now. You're not supposed to carry someone's emptiness as your purpose. You're not supposed to become the glue holding together a person who hasn't learned to hold themselves. You're not supposed to be rushed toward a commitment you didn't pray for in desperation. Don't scroll, the universe is revealing truth. They see your potential. They see your strength. They see your loyalty. They see the way you love. They see how you nurture, how you support, how you care deeply, how you understand deeply. And instead of cherishing you, they're trying to secure you so they won't lose access to what you bring. Their desire for marriage is tied to fear, fear of abandonment, fear of being alone, fear of being left behind while everyone else around them moves forward. And God is stepping in right now, whispering into your spirit, look at their motives, not their promises. Don't scroll, this message is for you. You've been wondering why your chest gets tight when they talk about the future. Why your soul doesn't feel settled. Why your intuition feels louder than usual. Why your dreams have been warning you. Why your angel numbers have been showing up, 444, 555, 777, telling you to wake up, stay grounded, pay attention. It's because heaven is protecting your heart from entering a marriage built on imbalance. A marriage where you give and they take. A marriage where you love with depth and they love with conditions. A marriage where you feel responsible for their happiness while yours slowly fades. Listen, your heart needs this truth. This person isn't your enemy, but they're not your soulmate. Not yet. They want marriage because they want relief. You bring comfort. You bring peace. You bring stability. You bring healing. But marriage is not supposed to be a healing program. It's supposed to be a partnership. It's supposed to be two whole souls joining, not one whole soul saving another. Don't scroll. Stay with me. There is someone else God has been preparing for you, someone who wants marriage because they love your soul, not because they need your strength. Someone who wants marriage because they feel God in your presence, not because they feel lost without guidance. Someone who wants marriage because they see you as their equal, not their anchor. Someone who wants marriage because their spirit recognizes yours, because their heart speaks the same language, because their destiny aligns with yours. But they cannot enter your life fully until you release the illusion of the one standing in front of you now. Don't scroll, you need this clarity. The person offering you marriage right now is not offering commitment, they're offering convenience. They're offering their fears wrapped in romantic language. They're offering stability built on your sacrifice. They're offering promises built on pressure. And God is saying, not this way. Not this time. Not with this person. You deserve a love that chooses you for the right reasons, a marriage rooted in passion, alignment, destiny, and soul recognition. You deserve a partner whose heart pours into yours the way yours pours into theirs. You deserve emotional safety, spiritual alignment, intentional love. Not someone trying to secure a future because life feels unstable. Don't scroll, here's what your heart needs to know, you've outgrown being chosen for your healing energy. You've outgrown being selected because you are strong. You've outgrown being the dependable one who carries the weight. You deserve someone who meets you at your level, someone who brings peace instead of needing to borrow yours, someone who understands partnership instead of clinging to survival. And God is clearing your path. God is removing hidden motives. God is exposing intentions. God is purifying your options. God is whispering into your intuition louder than ever. Wait for the one who wants marriage because they love your soul, not because they fear losing your support. Don't scroll, here comes the revelation. The reason you feel uneasy is because your spirit already knows this isn't your forever. Your intuition already sees what your emotions haven't admitted. Your soul already understands that love shouldn't feel forced, pressured, or heavy. This connection is a test, not a destiny. And once you release what is not meant for you, the real one, the aligned one, the destined one, the soulmate whose love feels like home, will step forward effortlessly, clearly, beautifully. And you'll finally understand why God stopped you now, to protect the love you're meant to walk into next. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the timing of this message is not random, it's divine intervention stepping into your life to expose a truth you've been sensing but couldn't fully articulate. You've been feeling a heaviness, a spiritual tension, a subtle warning in your chest whenever you think about committing to this person who claims they want marriage, and you've been wondering if you're overthinking, if you're being too cautious, if you're imagining things, but you're not. Don't scroll, this message is for you. The uneasiness you feel isn't fear, it's discernment. It's the Holy Spirit tugging at you, signaling that the intentions behind this person's desire for marriage are not aligned with the love your soul deserves. They want marriage, yes, but not for love. They want marriage because they see your stability, your emotional depth, your nurturing energy, your loyalty, and they want to claim the benefits without offering the emotional wholeness, the spiritual alignment, the sacred commitment that real love requires. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this truth. This person sees you as a foundation they can build on, but not necessarily someone they want to build with. They see you as a safe choice, not a sole choice. They see you as someone who can fix their life, not someone they want to love through their life. They see you as someone who makes everything easier, but they don't see how much they should be willing to give in return. Listen, your heart needs this right now. The universe is trying to protect you from entering a marriage that drains your light, from entering a union where you do the loving while they do the leaning, from entering a covenant where your strength becomes their comfort while your needs remain unspoken. Don't scroll, stay with me. You've been having flashes of doubt, moments where your intuition wakes you up, where you feel a sudden ache in your chest, where you sense that something is off even when everything looks fine on the surface. That is your spiritual radar picking up on energy that your emotions haven't fully processed yet. This person is not preparing for marriage out of passion, out of love, out of divine connection, they're preparing out of pressure. Maybe their family is pushing them. Maybe their loneliness is weighing heavily. Maybe they're afraid of losing access to the softness you offer. Maybe they want to secure someone who brings healing they never gave themselves. But listen, your heart needs this. You were not created to fill someone's emptiness. You were created to be met, matched, partnered, and honored by someone whose love overflows, not someone whose love is conditional on what you can provide. Don't scroll, the truth is unfolding. They want marriage because they feel you slipping away. They want marriage because they know you're the best they've ever had access to. They want marriage because they're scared they won't find someone else with your heart, your wisdom, your intuition, your depth. But fear-based commitment is not love-based commitment. A marriage based on fear becomes a cage. A marriage based on love becomes a home. Don't scroll, you need to hear this. This person is attracted to your strength but intimidated by your power. They're drawn to your peace but unprepared to protect it. They're fascinated by your spirit but unwilling to evolve theirs. They want the benefits of being close to you without doing the inner work required to stand beside you. And the universe is stepping in, loudly, clearly, intentionally. Do not confuse desire with destiny. Don't scroll, stay present. You deserve a marriage where love is the foundation, not desperation. You deserve a partner whose heart chooses you freely, not someone who chooses you because life left them with no other emotional stability. You deserve someone whose love feels like clarity, not confusion, someone whose intentions feel like peace, not pressure, someone whose soul recognizes yours, not someone who sees you as their emotional shelter. Listen, your heart needs this reminder: the person God has for you will not push you into uneasiness. They will not trigger your anxiety. They will not make your spirit feel burdened. They will not come with hidden motives. They will not treat you like a solution. They will treat you like a soulmate, someone they cherish, admire, honor, and love from a place of overflow, not need. Don't scroll, because here's the revelation: the universe has been blocking certain things for your protection. The delays, the confusion, the awkward pauses, the emotional disconnect, these were divine red flags. These were spiritual alarms. These were signs whispering, wait. Look deeper. Don't commit to someone whose heart is half open. Don't invest your soul into someone who only sees your usefulness. Don't scroll, the truth is rising. You are being prepared for a love that is real, deep, mutual, divine. A love that meets you where you are. A love that doesn't take advantage of your softness. A love that doesn't drain you to fill itself. A love that doesn't marry you for convenience but for connection. And when that person arrives, the one whose heart mirrors yours, you will never question their intentions. You will know. You will feel peace, not pressure. Clarity, not confusion. Alignment, not anxiety. Don't scroll, your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and if you've been feeling a strange heaviness in your spirit, a spiritual tug that you can't quite explain, a pressure sitting on your chest whenever this person talks about marriage, it's because God is trying to get your attention before you walk into something that looks like commitment but smells like deception. You may not want to admit it, but part of you already knows something is off. Something feels rushed, something feels forced, something feels like they're choosing the idea of marriage more than the idea of you, and the universe is stepping in right now saying, stop. Look deeper. Pay attention. Don't scroll, this message is for you. The person telling you they want marriage isn't coming from a place of pure love, they're coming from a place of crisis. Emotionally, they're unstable. Spiritually, they're unanchored. Internally, they feel empty, lost, disconnected. And instead of confronting their own heart, their own wounds, their own broken pieces, they're hoping that marrying someone full of light, full of warmth, full of God's energy will fix what they refuse to face. But listen, your heart needs this right now: you cannot heal someone through marriage. You cannot save someone who's using commitment as a bandage. You cannot be the cure for someone who doesn't want to take responsibility for their own healing. Don't scroll. This is truth your spirit already sensed. They've been watching your consistency, your emotional intelligence, your compassion, your strength, and they see marriage with you as a shortcut to stability, not as a sacred connection, not as a destiny partnership, not as a spiritual union. They want the benefits of marriage, the comfort, the security, the companionship, the image, but they are not prepared for the work of marriage. The emotional vulnerability, the spiritual accountability, the self-growth, the honest communication. Don't scroll, you need to hear this clearly. You are not meant to step into a union built on imbalance, where you pour and they collect, where you love deeply and they love conveniently, where you sacrifice and they receive, where you move from the heart and they move from the fear of losing access to you. This is not love. This is dependency. And dependency disguised as devotion is one of the most dangerous traps for a soul as powerful as yours. Listen, your heart needs this truth. They are drawn to your spirit because your spirit is strong. They are drawn to your presence because your energy is peaceful. They are drawn to your heart because it feels safe. They are drawn to your love because it is unconditional. But they are not prepared to match that love. They want to receive it more than they want to return it. And God is stepping between you and this mistake, saying, I am protecting you from a lifetime of emotional exhaustion. Don't scroll, this gets deeper. You've been having dreams, flashes, déjà vu moments, signs like 444, 111, 555, moments that feel like God is tapping on your shoulder saying, pay attention. This choice will affect your destiny. And the reason you feel conflicted is because your soul is pulling in one direction while your emotions pull in another. But your soul is right. Your intuition is right. Your spirit is right. There is a difference between someone wanting a future with you and someone wanting a future through you, and the person in your energy right now wants someone to build a life that benefits them, not a life that uplifts both of you. Don't scroll, stay right here. Because here's the revelation. The reason their desire for marriage feels heavy, confusing, rushed, or emotionally draining is because their intentions are not aligned with God's blueprint for your life. You are being prepared for a soulmate connection, the kind of love that feels like alignment, like purpose, like divine timing, like destiny flowing instead of forcing. A connection that builds you, not burdens you. A connection that activates you, not drains you. A connection where both souls evolve together, not where one soul carries the other. Listen, your heart needs this reassurance. God is not telling you no, God is telling you not this one. Because the love meant for you, the spiritual partner, the soulmate, the divine match, will never ask you to compromise your peace. They won't pressure you into a commitment built on their own insecurities. They won't chase marriage because they're afraid of losing you. They will choose marriage because they are spiritually ready to honor you. Don't scroll, this is the part that will hit the deepest. The universe has been blocking this situation, slowing it down, interrupting plans, causing delays, creating emotional distance, not because you are undeserving, but because you are being protected from a future that would drain your soul. The conflict you feel is divine intervention. The hesitation you feel is spiritual wisdom. And your heart is whispering, something better is coming. Something real is coming. Something aligned is coming. God is saving you from entering a marriage built on fear, not love. Don't scroll, because the moment you release what is not meant for you, what is meant for you will rush into your life with clarity, intensity, mutual love, and divine purpose. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and if your spirit feels like it's on edge, if you've been waking up with a strange heaviness, if you've been replaying conversations in your mind wondering why something doesn't sit right, it's because God is trying to reveal a truth that you've been too loving, too loyal, too hopeful to fully acknowledge. The person talking about marriage with you is not preparing their heart. They're preparing their safety net. Don't scroll, this message is meant for you. They're planning the idea of marriage, but they're not preparing to love you the way your soul deserves. They're imagining the image of marriage, but not the responsibility of intimacy. They're dreaming of a future with you, but not working on themselves to match you. You've been carrying emotional weight that isn't yours. You've been trying to convince yourself that love, patience, and loyalty will somehow transform this into something real, deep, mutual, but listen, your heart needs this right now. You cannot turn someone's fear into commitment. You cannot turn someone's confusion into clarity. You cannot turn someone's desire for comfort into a soulmate bond. Don't scroll, stay with me. This person is overwhelmed by life, finances, family pressures, emotional instability. And instead of healing, instead of grounding themselves, instead of taking accountability, they're trying to anchor themselves to you. But hear me, wanting to marry you because you make their life easier is not the same as wanting to marry you because their soul recognizes yours. And your heart has been whispering this truth in moments you didn't want to listen. The tightness in your chest. A sign. The hesitation in your spirit. A warning. The uneasy feeling you get when they talk about the future too quickly. Divine intervention. Don't scroll, this message is protecting you. You've been picking up on the spiritual misalignment, the emotional distance, the inconsistency, the lack of reciprocation. You've been noticing that when you share your dreams, your soul desires, your deeper thoughts, they don't meet you there. They nod. They agree. They listen. But they don't connect. They don't open up in the same way. They don't let you into their soul, into their vulnerability, into the parts of themselves that matter. And that's because they don't want to do the inner work, they want you to cover the gaps. Don't scroll, hear this truth. Real love requires effort. Real love requires growth. Real love requires someone who is willing to reflect, apologize, evolve, communicate, and heal. But this person wants the blessings without the becoming. They want the outcome without the transformation. They want the marriage without the maturity. And God is stepping in with a firm, loving whisper, this is not your burden. Don't scroll, stay here. Because what you're feeling isn't fear, it's spiritual clarity. It's the divine warning you prayed for when you said, God, please don't let me choose wrong. Please don't let me end up in a marriage that drains me. And now He's answering. He's revealing. He's pulling back the curtain. You deserve a marriage built on mutual love, mutual effort, mutual respect, mutual willingness to grow. You deserve someone who doesn't want you just because you bring peace, but because they bring peace back. Someone who doesn't choose you because they're falling apart, but because being with you makes them want to rise. Someone who doesn't see you as a solution, but as a partner. Don't scroll, the universe is speaking loudly. You were not created to be the emotional backbone of a connection where love only flows one direction. You were not created to heal someone who refuses to heal themselves. You were not created to shrink your needs in order to carry their fears. You were not created to enter a marriage where you become the anchor while they drift. Listen, your heart needs to hear this. The person meant for you will not rely on your strength more than they rely on their own. They will not expect you to stabilize them. They will not pressure you into a future that doesn't feel aligned. They will meet you emotionally, spiritually, mentally. They will show up with clarity, not confusion. They will choose you with confidence, not desperation. Don't scroll, because here's the truth rising up inside you. If you married this person today, you would end up carrying their life. You would end up solving their problems. You would end up supporting their dreams more than they support yours. You would end up giving more than you receive. And God loves you too much to allow you to walk into a lifetime of emotional imbalance. You prayed for a soulmate, a divine partner, a spiritual equal, a love that feels like destiny. And that prayer is being answered through this message, not them. Not this. Not now. Don't scroll. Because the moment you release what is draining you, what is using you, what is depending on you without matching your energy, God will reveal the one who chooses you for love, not for convenience, and that love will change everything. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and if you've been feeling a strange pressure in your spirit, a tug that feels like both a warning and a wake-up call, it's because God is trying to stop you from walking into something that your soul has already outgrown. This message isn't showing up by coincidence, it's divine timing, divine protection, divine redirection, and if you'll just stay with me for a moment, you'll feel your spirit shifting as the truth unfolds. You've been carrying the weight of someone else's indecision, someone else's emotional instability, someone else's expectations, and worst of all, someone else's idea of marriage, and that idea has nothing to do with love. Don't scroll, this message is for you. You've been wondering why your peace disappears whenever you try to picture a future with this person. You've been trying to convince yourself that love will grow, that they'll change, that maybe their intentions will eventually align with your heart. But the universe keeps throwing signs at you, angel numbers like 222, 444, 1010, sudden chills, random moments of discomfort, dreams that feel like warnings, conversations that leave you confused instead of connected, all because your spirit knows what your heart hasn't wanted to admit. This person wants marriage, but not for the reasons God designed marriage. They want it because it makes them feel secure. They want it because they're afraid of losing you. They want it because life feels uncertain. They want it because they see you as someone who will keep everything together while they avoid their own inner work. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. You are not supposed to be someone's escape from responsibility. You are not supposed to be the emotional safety net for someone who refuses to grow. You are not supposed to build a life with someone who only loves what you provide, not what you are. You may not have said it out loud, but deep down you've already noticed, they're not preparing for marriage spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, they're preparing for marriage logistically. They're thinking about the comfort, the financial stability, the companionship, the convenience. Everything except the soul connection. And God is stepping in right now, whispering, look at their actions, not their promises. Don't scroll, stay right here with me. They are drawn to your light because they are sitting in darkness. They are drawn to your peace because their life is chaotic. They are drawn to your strength because they feel weak inside. But listen closely, attraction to your energy is not the same as love for your soul. Many people will love how you make them feel. That doesn't mean they can love you. They admire the warmth you bring, but they cannot give it back. They crave the safety you provide, but they cannot create it for you. They want your loyalty, but they cannot match it. And the universe is saying, stop giving a soulmate level of effort to someone who gives you survival mode affection. Don't scroll, this is where the truth gets real. If you married them right now, you would become the emotional center of the relationship and they would orbit around you taking. You would become the planner, the supporter, the forgiver, the problem solver, the emotional sponge. Your needs would become invisible. Your dreams would be pushed to the side. Your soul would slowly shrink to fit the shape of their unhealed wounds, and God refuses to let you walk into a covenant that kills your spirit. You deserve a love that fills you, not drains you. A love that matches you, not leans on you. A love that reflects you, not uses you. Don't scroll. The universe is revealing something. You have a soulmate out there whose heart beats at the same frequency as yours, someone who won't choose you because they're afraid to lose you, but because they feel divinely guided to you. Someone who won't rush into marriage because they're lonely, but move toward marriage because they see a future with you that aligns with God's timing. Someone who doesn't want you because you make life easier, but because life feels purposeful with you in it. Someone who won't pressure you, but protect you. Someone who won't push you into discomfort, but bring you peace. Don't scroll, your future is calling. You are entering a season of spiritual awakening, emotional clarity, and divine rearranging. God is removing who is not for you so He can bring who is for you. The confusion you feel around this person is not a test you need to overcome, it's a sign that this is not your spiritual match. The anxiety you feel is not a lack of confidence, it's your intuition screaming, pay attention. The hesitation in your heart is not fear of commitment, it's fear of committing to the wrong person. Don't scroll, because once you release the one who wants marriage for the wrong reasons, God will open the door to the one who wants marriage for the right reasons. Someone who loves deeply. Someone who understands spirituality. Someone who listens to your soul. Someone who cherishes your heart. Someone who matches your energy. Someone who sees marriage not as an escape, but as a promise. Someone who chooses you out of love, not loneliness. And when that person enters your life, you will understand exactly why God kept saying, wait. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the timing of this message is divine. This is not coincidence, this is not random, this is not your algorithm, this is alignment, this is God stepping in at the exact second your spirit needed clarity. You have someone in your energy who talks about marriage, who hints at forever, who paints a picture of a life together, but deep inside, your soul senses the truth. They don't want marriage for love. They want marriage for security, for image, for comfort, for emotional shelter, for a place to land, and the universe is screaming, look deeper before you leap. Don't scroll, this message is directly for you. You've been feeling a shift, a strange discomfort, an inner pulling that you can't ignore anymore. You've tried to quiet it, tried to rationalize it, tried to call it stress, fear, or overthinking, but it's not. It's discernment. It's spiritual intelligence. It's your intuition trying to save you from a lifetime of emotional drought. You are someone who loves deeply, fiercely, spiritually, and when you commit with your entire soul, and that's exactly what God is trying to protect. Don't scroll, stay with me. The person in your energy sees you as their solution, their stability, their relief, their peace, their comfort, their anchor. But listen, they don't see your heart the way you see theirs. They don't understand the weight of marriage. They don't understand the spiritual responsibility. They don't understand the depth of love you bring. They want the idea of you more than the reality of loving you. They want the benefits of being with you more than the work of being your partner. They want your loyalty, but they don't offer the same back. They want your emotional strength, but they don't bring any of their own. And God is whispering to your spirit. If you marry someone who sees you as a safety net, you will spend your life catching someone who never learned how to stand. Don't scroll, there's more. You've been wondering why you feel more tired lately. Why your chest feels heavy. Why your mind feels cluttered. Why your dreams feel loud. Why your prayers feel unanswered. But they haven't gone unanswered, they're being answered right now. God is revealing exactly what you asked for, the truth. And the truth is this. You are preparing for a divine partnership, but the person holding your hand right now is not prepared for you. They are not prepared to love the way you love. They are not prepared to heal. They are not prepared to grow. They are not prepared to match your spirit. This is not rejection, this is protection. Don't scroll, your heart needs what comes next. A soulmate is coming. Not the kind of soulmate who wants marriage because it's convenient, but the kind of soulmate who wants marriage because they feel God when they think of you. Because they feel peace when they hear your voice. Because they feel alignment in your presence. Because your souls speak a language they didn't even know existed. Someone who doesn't love you because you're strong, but because they're strong enough to love you back. Someone who doesn't need you to fix them, because they're already healing themselves. Someone who doesn't choose you out of fear, but chooses you out of faith. Someone who doesn't rush you, pressure you, manipulate you, or guilt you, but someone who meets you, honors you, cherishes you, and grows with you. Don't scroll, the blessing is coming. God is removing people who want you for the wrong reasons so He can place you with the one who wants you for the right reasons. That's why everything has felt unstable. That's why the connection felt forced. That's why your spirit kept whispering, wait. That's why conversations felt heavy. That's why you felt distant even when you were close. That's why doubts crept in. God has been trying to separate you from what is not meant for you, because the moment you let go of convenience, destiny walks in. Don't scroll, because here's the final revelation. The life you're stepping into requires a partner who can walk with you spiritually. You are elevating. You are awakening. You are becoming more intuitive, more aligned, more powerful, more connected to God, and the person meant for you will match that elevation. They will speak your love language, your emotional language, your spiritual language. They will not fear your depth, they will crave it. They will not run from your intensity, they will rise to meet it. They will not want marriage for stability, they will want marriage for sacred unity. And when they come, you won't feel pressure, you will feel peace. You won't feel confusion, you will feel certainty. You won't feel drained, you will feel filled. And you won't question if they love you, you will know. Don't scroll. Because the universe is aligning your steps, clearing your path, releasing what isn't love, and preparing you for the kind of connection you once thought existed only in dreams. And when it arrives, you will look back at this moment and say, God was protecting me all along.